right now during the Memorial Day event at Team Mazda. Get 0.9% financing for 60 months on a new 24 Mazda CX-50, or get 2.9 for 72 months. With dozens to choose from and thousands in savings, now's the time to get your new Mazda at Team Mazda.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here. Boo. Welcome to it, everybody. Just past the 7 o'clock hour here for WAFB Plus and 9 News Now. Thank you so much for being with us on a Friday that's going to start to get kind of active. If you're kind of driving around, getting to where you need to be. If you got to work today, you're going to see some of the travelers out there. If you're traveling today, don't worry about the workers. Let's talk to Dr. Steve, see if we can't figure out the forecast. Looks like you lit the candle over there.
We did. Yeah, boy, here we go again with the heat, too. The heat not going anywhere anytime soon. Get used to that. You're going to need the AC as you head out this morning, too, and get in your cars. Live look from our Sky 9 camera showing, as Matt said, lighting the candle there in the state capitol. Sunshine breaking out after we did see some clouds overnight. Right now, Baton Rouge, Gonzales, Homa, 79 degrees. New Roads, Hammond, Patterson, 77. Most of us in the upper 70s, well above normal in our morning lows, and temperatures today remaining above normal. I've got us around 90 at noon, 94 for a high. The only silver lining today, a decent breeze. We saw a pretty good breeze overnight, and we'll go winds out of the south-southwest today, anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour, but that doesn't help too much when you see highs getting up into the mid-90s. Mid-90s continue into the Memorial Day weekend. I've got 95s lining up Saturday, Sunday into Memorial Day itself. But not only that, the nights and mornings, much like this morning, just not going to cool off much. Lows in the upper 70s. I've got it mainly dry today through Sunday, and then a slight chance of showers late on Monday, Memorial Day, as we get a cool front approaching from the north. Right now, pretty quiet. It's kind of been a repeat pattern with these disturbances moving just north of our area. We're catching the tail end, and it generated a shower or two overnight locally, but certainly not much. Another active day across parts of the Midwest. A number of severe thunderstorm watch boxes up that way with the storm system spinning across the Dakotas. There's a cold front that extends down to the south. So here you see it. Today's severe weather threat, Dallas, Little Rock, St. Louis, Chicago, all under a 2 out of 5 slight risk. Tomorrow, a 3 out of 5 risk makes a reappearance, kind of centered on Wichita. And on into Sunday, the severe weather threat continues, 3 out of 5, St. Louis to around Indianapolis. But you get the key message in our part of the world, that severe weather threat does look to stay to our north here through the weekend. In fact, as I said, largely keeping it dry here through the weekend. Be careful in the heat. We're talking about actual temperatures in the mid-90s. The heat index, what it feels like, getting above 100 at times, could even get close to 105. So we get that front moving in late Monday into Tuesday. Latest indications kind of trending towards it stalling out somewhere nearby. So as we get a little bit south of us, stall out, that's going to be something to watch in terms of whether we get a real drop in humidity next week or whether we don't get much of anything at all. But regardless of that, I don't have temperatures changing a whole lot. Highs staying in the 90s. Morning lows might drop a few degrees. 7:06 now with a check on your Friday morning drive. And what Johnny's telling us is plan on a busy travel weekend. More on that. Here he is.
Especially today and Monday. My goodness gracious, it's going to be really, really busy. Right now, this is the clearest you're going to see on the interstates. Our interactive map, colors change automatically as traffic conditions change. They go from stop and go to in red all the way to green, which is moving speed limits or faster. And that's what we have right now. But that will not be the case, as Steve mentioned, later this morning and certainly after lunch and this afternoon. It going to get busy. It going to get red on our maps. Be patient with each other. Be patient with each other's in the airports. It's going to be the busiest travel Memorial Day weekend since 2005. That's almost 20 years ago. So be aware of that right now. Again, the traffic's fine. Get out and enjoy that. And you're not going to be that good of traffic too much longer. Going out toward the west, toward the east, if you're heading out toward New Orleans or the Armstrong Airport, that drive is looking good this morning so far. And while you're out and about this morning, and all the time, watch for motorcycles. Please, the vehicles that violate the motorcycles right of way cause more of the car vehicle accidents with motorcycles or car motorcycle accidents and all weekend. Click it or ticket. If you are stopped because you're not wearing your seatbelt, they're going to check all your documents, including your inspection sticker. Get all of that prepared today before you strike out. 7:07, we're returning with more of WAFB 9 News Now. It's some headlines you might have missed during 9 News this morning. We do it for you every morning on the Plus. 7:07, Matt will be back with that right after this.
Folks, welcome back to it. Coming up on 7:09 on that Friday morning of yours, Johnny was just talking about it. The Memorial Day weekend, everybody getting out there, driving around. He's checking his cameras, looking for when that traffic is going to start to pick up. Folks, it's going to start to pick up. Coast to coast, from left coast to east coast to third coast down here, all over the place. More and more folks are going to be getting out there this weekend. Better than 43 million people. That's the prediction from AAA. And the flights as well. TSA, they're saying they're going to see potentially the most they've seen in more than a dozen years. So wherever you're going, be it the skies, be it the roads, there's going to be a lot of folks out there. So pay attention. Again, leave with plenty of time to deal with some of those frustrations. Speaking of the frustrations, going through the airport, going through TSA, that can be a hassle sometimes, right? You see what's going on right there? That's Louis Armstrong International in New Orleans. That's the mayor of New Orleans right there. They just kind of unveiled some new technology with the LA Wallet app. So what you're going to be able to do now is, she just did it. You use your LA Wallet app, which you have your driver's license on it, right? It'll scan that. It'll take a real-time photo of you in the moment. That's exactly what the governor's getting done right there. It'll confirm that you actually have a ticket to fly that day, and then there you go. You're on your way. The LA Wallet app is becoming more and more usable. Actually, you know what? I've got a pair of 16-year-olds that I am kind of teaching to drive. They got the learner's permit, and so I took them out the other day on the road. I need to make sure that they know that they need to do what they need to do when they get in the car. So I wasn't going to remind them to get their learner's permit, get the little card out. And so we got in the car, and I knew they hadn't gotten it. And I'm like, see, we got to turn around. We got to go get your card. And they're like, Dad, I got my phone. I got my LA Wallet app. They're already smarter than I am. All that on the LA Wallet app. So again, some new technology. Governor is hoping that this gets to other airports around the state by the end of this year. We'll see. Need your eyes on the screen for a quick minute beyond that. This, according to BRPD, potentially a credit card thief. And so what they believe happened is whoever this is got a hold of a couple people's either credit cards or debit cards, and then went around to a few places and racked up about $3,500 worth of stuff on those cards. So if you recognize who this is, see that number down there, the 344-7867? That's 344-STOP. That's Crime Stoppers. Make that phone call, see if you can help them out. No one ever knows who you are. Let's talk, speaking of money, let's talk budget. This is what you're seeing here. Conversations from East Baton Rouge School Board yesterday. They are trying to finalize or kind of get going the budget for the next school year. And when we talk about that, we know the big hitters are teacher pay, but also pay for other support staff, pay for bus drivers. They're not close yet to finalizing anything because they want your input. Actually, they're going to have a few different public meetings that you can chime in on. The first one's going to be next week. We'll remind you as we get closer to that. Getting closer to St. George kind of becoming more of a reality, so the governor has now put into place aldermen to get that going. Points for appointments of three different districts right here for the city of St. George. What they're going to do is kind of lay the groundwork for city planning. What can go where and what can't go where, all that kind of stuff. Also a couple of at-large aldermen as well. Again, the appointments coming from Governor Jeff Landry as the city of St. George gets going. Need to get going on potentially donating some blood. Blood Center seeing some critically low supply right now following some recent storms. So what they want you to do is, if you can, jump on this story right here and find out how to donate. See this one right there? They need you to register for this. Still a few spots left, but if you can, make your way out. Make your way out to Gonzales and donate blood if you can be a part of that. Okay, that's one of the things going on today that we would like you to be a part of. Some other things going on, the Michael Foster Project taken to the stage Live After 5 tonight. Folks, it's the last Live After 5 concert series of show of the season, right? So 5 to 8, Roar Plaza. Oh, by the way, our very own Greg Merriweather going to be emceeing that sucker. So Michael Foster Project, one of the absolute best in the business. What a way to kind of close that out. That's going on, right? This is going on as well. You guys want to go some jambalaya?
Yes.
Come on now. Now, Matt Venezia is actually there all morning long, like quite literally stirring it up. This is his first time doing this, and so we're hoping he comes back.
I'm just a little worried. You know, that's jambalaya. You got to let that.
Yeah, you got to let that sit for a minute.
It's been
It's
out
gotta
there
go
a few hours, though.
Well,
happen.
I don't know. I mean, look, crawfish doesn't take that long. You know, that kind of deal gets going quick. But yeah, the jambalaya, to your point, you got to put the meat in, take it out, got to put the vegetables in, take it out, get everything back in, get the liquid going, and then you get the rice in. Takes a minute. Okay. You saw this?
What?
The Drive of the Future winners.
Yeah, oh, yes, yesterday afternoon.
Big time. 5 brand new winners. Thank you for being a part of the Drive of the Future campaign for Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital. They are going to pick their vehicles on Tuesday, guys.
Okay, so Matt Venezia.
Yeah.
Is that how we're saying that? Venezia?
You want to just change it to Venice? We're just going to call him Matt
Well,
Venice
I mean, you
now?
guys are.
I think he's going to have something to say about
Italians
that.
are taking over the show. I mean, that's
That's what I said. It's the Italian
not
takeover.
necessarily a
9
bad
News.
thing. It's just
Not at all.
Need 2 more for me to get out of here. You to get out of here.
Well,
2 more Italians.
No, he's already. Yeah.
I know a guy that can make that happen.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Actually, Matt Venezia's already pronouncing words, Southern Cajun words, better than most folks are, and after a lifetime. So
He hasn't said a chafalaya yet.
Give it time. Give it time. Welcome, Matt. Welcome, Matt. Okay.
Drive into summer with thousands in savings during the Memorial Day sales event at the Team Automotive Group. Sedans, trucks, SUVs. The selection and the savings are here to start your summer during the Memorial Day sales event, now through June 3rd at every location of the Team Automotive Group.